Had a little foot surgery last Thursday. It went very well. Everything's great. Actually go in and get a boot on Wednesday. So I have a boot, and I've been through this before. So I got my right foot done. Now I got my left foot done. Get my toes all fixed up. My toes are really messed up. Just a genetic thing. And they hurt really bad, and they were messing me up. And so I got them fixed. Good morning, Richard. And then this weekend, we had a little get the vote out thing at the Board of Elections, which I managed to go to. And with the help of my girls, we had this thing called Trunk or Treat. We decorated our car, and we just encouraging folks to get out and vote. So if you haven't voted yet, go get out and vote. We have a congressional election, special election for the seat that Rick had run for in 2018. Stivers had stepped down after he won the race. He stepped down to go make a little money. And then there's a special election with Allison Russo and a guy named Mike Carey, who's a Trump-backed lobbyist. So if you live in the 15th district, you got to vote, get the word out to vote in these small elections, these special elections. Every vote really, really, really counts. So you never know. It's a very gerrymandered district, but you never know. I got up here on the screen today. It says, and one day, just like that, you'll discover your light. You'll embrace your inner warrior. You'll grab your power back, and the whole game will change. I have done a whole 707 on this one. I'm just keep pulling a couple out every now and then as a reminder. This one is kind of the story of my life. This is the big shift that I've had in the last couple of years. And there's one thing to talk about it. There's one thing to actually feel it, and to really grab your power and to really own who you are. It's a process, but I'll tell you, when this shift happens, it's just, I can't even begin to describe how much better life has been, how much not giving my power away to others and worrying about what they're thinking has changed my life. Being centered in my values has changed my life. So take this in today. The whole game changes. The whole game changes. Some of you have already had this shift as well. Some of you never needed to have this shift. Some of you are still in the process. But doing this daily practice or doing some sort of daily practice will help with the shift. I promise. I promise. Staying centered on your values, using your superpower, understanding that we're worthy and deserving of respect and high regard simply because we exist, understanding that we have a precious human life. And every day I think as we wake up, I have a precious human life and I'm not going to waste it. I have all those memorized, All right, we have been doing the 101 ways to transform your life. And by the way, I'm not even on meds. And we are working our way through these babies. So we're going to keep it up. I've got 3 more for you today. So let's see what they say. So the first one says, know that you are not your name, your occupation, or your social security number. You are eternally light and divine, regardless of what you have done or have failed to do, regardless of what family you lived in or what you may have been labeled. In the God intelligence, you are holy and you have a purpose for being here. Another reminder that we are more than our body, our circumstance, our identities. There's something more there. That's who we really are. And when we get that also helps with the shift, the big shift, right? And then look into a mirror and say out loud, I love you. I value you. That reminds me of Stuart Smalley. And I know that there is much more to do to you than what I see staring back at me. You will find yourself going beyond the physical you and removing many of your intrusive thoughts about defending yourself and attempting to prove your worth. Remember, I'm worthy and deserving of respect and high regard simply because I exist. Have you ever tried just looking in the mirror at yourself? It is weird. It is weird. Give it a try sometime. Just stare in the mirror at yourself and don't stop when you feel uncomfortable. Just keep looking and keep looking. And there is this cool thing that happens when we realize that we're not just that physical presence, that physical body staring in the mirror, that there is something much more there. And by golly, people like me. I love that. And let's see, the last one for today is, in the midst of a tumultuous meeting or a frantic encounter with your children or other people, Get up and excuse yourself for a moment. Give yourself 5 minutes to get centered and ask God this question: what is my purpose here? And how may I serve you in the midst of this confusion? And this is like the Viktor Frankl thing, right? We have that power in every moment, that pause that takes place where we can try to detach from what's happening. We can try to understand that we really do have the power to make a choice, that we do not have to just react in that moment. And it's particularly important when we're with the folks that we influence the most in the world. For those of us that have children, my gosh, the impact that we have on those kids, by how we choose to react, the mentoring, the role modeling. It is a practice. We ain't perfect. We're gonna screw it up. I screwed up all the time. I also apologize to my kids when I do. That has been a really empowering thing for me that my parents did not do, but they do today. And that is to say, I'm really sorry. I overreacted, or I'm sorry that I, I didn't mean that, or that wasn't my best self right there. And this is what I could have said to you. Of course, I have to teach them to do the same thing. Anyway, this is a really, really, really good one, is to take that moment and pause and understand that we have the power to choose in that moment. And that is my first 707 since foot surgery. It's like a 6-week deal. And I know what I got into, so it's cool. But thanks for all your good wishes out there. I really appreciated it, and still do. I will be getting up. I took my first shower this morning. Oh boy, it was bad around here. And I'll be gradually getting back into things, but got to get back to these 707s, right? It's great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, and you are the sunshine. All right. Take care. See you tomorrow.